You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright? So I'm going to read that again in Psalms 25 and 19. It says, "Consider my enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred." And that word cruel, once again, is Strong's Hebrew 2555, Hamas, which means violence, wrong, cruelty, and injustice. Alright? 2nd Esdras 4 and 23. Okay. It says, "For it was not my mind to be curious of the high things, but of such as pass by us daily, namely, wherefore Israel's given up as a reproach to the heathen, and for what cause the people whom thou hast loved is given over unto ungodly nations." So these heathens are ungodly, and it should be evident now, man. It shouldn't. It should be plain as day to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American descent that, starting with the so-called white man and all these other nations, they are ungodly. Okay, they're atheists. Okay, if they say they believe in God, they're a bunch of hypocrites. They're pretenders, stage actors. Okay, that's just a front. They really don't believe in God. Okay, all right, because it wasn't given to them to believe in the God of the Bible. Okay, the God of Israel, Yahweh. They was given over to idols, okay, and madness. So off Jump Street, they're going to be against the children of God, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright? Thou hast loved is given over unto ungodly nations, and why the law of our forefathers is brought to naught, and the written covenants come to none effect. And that's what they're doing by passing all these ungodly, unrighteous decrees and these grievous laws which they have prescribed. They're passing it to basically try to, through their own vain attempt, going back to that, them being fools, alright, raging, alright, and their vain thing is to try to do away with the Bible without actually coming out and trying to do away with the Bible. Meaning, if they go and establish laws of the land, alright, that are contrary or set against the Bible, but yet they say, oh, we believe in the Bible, then, you know, people will slowly will accept that hypocrisy, alright? Because if they just blatantly came out and start burning Bibles and putting to death people that believe in the Bible, which they're going to do that, because they did that it's in our history. They did that. They did it during the time of the Greeks under Antiochus Epiphanes. All right, they did it during the time of Rome, during the time of Nero. All right, fucking who was that demon? Vespasius and Titus and Demetrius Caesar, alright, during the time of the Jewish Roman wars in 70 AD, alright, and they're going to do it in these days. They're going to rise up against us, those that believe in the Bible, okay, and that's prophesied in the scriptures, alright, but for now, just like they did during the time of the Greeks, with Antiochus Epiphanes, okay, they gonna try to establish what is known as that one world order. That's why all these executive orders, legislation, and decrees, unrighteous decrees, is being passed that promote violence, wrong, cruelty, and injustice towards the children of Israel, and mainly those that believe in the Bible. All right, that's why they have something called Project Megiddo. All right, which you should do research, which I did lessons on it already, okay? So I'm not going to go in depth on it. But you need to understand that these nations are ungodly, and that's their whole setup to basically try to disavow the Bible and take it away, so that those who believe in the Bible, all right, they want to destroy them, okay? which is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because the Bible is your book and you have a strong connection to it because it's yours. This is Psalm 7 and 6. It says, Arise, O Lord, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of my enemies, and awake for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. Okay? That's right. And that should be your prayer, just like David prayed. Okay? To rise up, lift up thyself because of the rage of my enemies. These nations, and even 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are assimilated into the society, that love the society, and that are a strong defender for this wicked ass country, man. The Lord gonna do away with you too, because you are enemies too. Okay? So the Lord gonna quench the rage of our enemies. Alright? Alright, back to Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Alright, let's go to 1 Maccabees and the Apocrypha. 1 Maccabees chapter 3 verse 52. It says, And lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us. What things they imagine against us thou knowest. So what is that vain imagination that the heathen desire? Is to destroy the nation of Israel, destroy Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Alright? They're trying to destroy your morals right now, but soon it's going to get physical when they want to physically exterminate you. Okay? Alright? It says the heathen are assembled together. What is that in today's terms? The UN, the United Nations. Okay, which the United States is part of the United Nations. Alright? And if I'm not mistaken, they are the head of the United Nations. Okay? Then you have certain things like the CDC, Center of Disease Control and Prevention. You have WHO, World Health Organization. You have NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. You have who else is against us? Fucking man, I'm trying to think. My brain just went flat. But and any of these other fucking nations, they're against us. Their leaders and all of them that have say in these things, like for an example, the UN and the United States, they team up and they are endorsers of Planned Parenthood, which I already did a lesson on that. Planned Parenthood was established by a Edomite, so-called white woman named Margaret Sanger. Okay? Which she came out and said that she didn't want it to come out, that she wanted to exterminate the Negro race. Alright? And if you do any research about Margaret Sanger, she was a eugenics. Alright? Which they believe that, you know, that it's okay to destroy what they deem inferior races, which they perceive in their minds that the Negroes, which are the real Jews according to the Bible, alright, which come from the tribe of Judah, alright, that they believe that you are inferior, and that because you are inferior you must be exterminated or eliminated. Alright, they believe in that fucking evolution madness and all that stuff to justify their means of destroying you. Okay? And it came out, Obama endorses and promotes and further encourage Planned Parenthood. So if any of you simple ass niggas watching this that still love and worship and think Obama is for you, you need to wake up. I want you to do some research on Planned Parenthood and then go and look up that quote, because it was recent in the news that Obama, even though people protest against it, saying that they should do away with it because it promotes, it justifies basically the murder of babies, which is abortion, which is basically the worship of Molech, because you're sacrificing your children to Molech. Alright?